So Olivia, what are your key responsibilities in your current role?
Well, I'm currently the Deputy CIO for the Active Quantitative Equities team at State Street Global Advisors. And I've actually stepped into that role recently, relocating from Sydney just 2 months ago. And so in this role, which is really a transition role into the end of the year, where I'll become the full CIO, I will be responsible for the entire investment team that runs all of the equity strategies we have. So we manage active quantitative equities, right up the active risk spectrum, from enhanced low tracking error strategies right up to benchmark unaware strategies. So we have research people, portfolio managers, process implementation, IT specialists, and all of those people are in my team. So we've got about 40 people in our team globally.
Excellent. That'll keep you busy.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what are the significant opportunities and challenges, I guess, that you think our industry is facing today?
Yeah, I mean, I think the industry really is at quite a crossroads with regards to intense scrutiny of investors making sure they really are getting something for the good fee dollars that they pay. And one of the issues there is around, understanding what the role of an asset manager is in that process. And then with understanding becomes trust. And trust is absolutely one of the key things that our industry must focus on in order to maintain our relevance for investors in achieving their retirement goals.
And so importantly, you're a CFA charter holder. How has that helped, or can't have hindered, but how has that helped you throughout your career, do you think?
Oh, in so many ways, actually. So the first way, I guess the important way that is the reason why we do it in the first place, is for the pure educational benefits. The breadth of information that and knowledge that the CFA Institute covers is so relevant for an investment role. And I love how it covers all asset classes, and it gives you a very well-rounded start to finish overview of the entire investment industry. And I'm also so glad about the code of ethics and the emphasis that is there, because the way it's taught, I think, really helps us to think through the real issues that are a conflict in industries where it comes to money and managing people's money. So I really like that aspect. In terms of, so the content, the educational content's key. And then the second thing is the people, actually. I mean, it sounds very, warm and fuzzy to say this, but it's a wonderful community of people, because the people that undertake the CFA are generally people that are interested in investing in their own future and, committed to high standards of professional conduct and seeking to self-improve and be at the top of their game. And so when you get all these people together, it just creates a wonderful environment of people that you can meet to just connect with. And so the way that has been so beneficial to me is I've got friends all around the world that work in investment management that I don't have to compete with in my local market. So you develop a different relationship with those people where you can really actually use them as a sounding board for investment ideas without worrying about competing in each other's markets, for example. And I think it's also helped with building just my own network in my local community and helped me to get that necessary network in order to progress through my career, to have the opportunities that I've had to step into new roles, leadership roles and so forth. So yeah, the benefits go far beyond the educational aspect.
Yeah, and I think that might be the first time I've heard someone describe the CFA as warm and fuzzy, but I think that's a good one. I do love the code of ethics, though, and your link back to, one of the issues you mentioned, which is trust in our industry, so that ties in quite nicely.
Yeah.
And I don't even think I need to ask the nice question, but would you recommend the CFA to others, or to younger women in the industry today?
Oh, I mean, absolutely. The content is interesting and useful, for one. If you like the idea of self-study and you're a motivated person, you can just go and do it in your own time. You don't have to attend lectures. There are obviously options to have further supplementary study tools such as review courses and lectures and things like that. The study method is very straightforward. And then in terms of the benefits afterwards, if you really are seeking an investment career, I don't think there is a better qualification. I'm obviously biased because I've done it, so just putting that out there.
So what have you enjoyed most as being part of this society?
Well, actually, that goes back to one of the benefits I think that I mentioned before. So I actually loved working on the board of the society as well as being a part of the society. So all of that goes back to the whole community feel. So in the CFA Society of Sydney, and mind you, I've been a member since we only had about 100 members or even fewer, and now it's well over 1,000. What are the numbers now? I mean, they're almost 2,000, I think. Yeah. So there's an enormous amount of benefits from the member education in the local market, because the connections that the CFA members and board members and committee members have gets to bring in all kinds of people from all around the world to help our members with their ongoing education as well. But also the people, and I mean, I couldn't recommend highly enough volunteering for the local society for people that want to get involved that way, because that is a very good tool for networking across the industry, and sometimes we actually don't get a chance to meet our industry colleagues. Yeah,
nice to give back a little bit. So changing tack a little bit, how do you unwind after a busy week? And given your new role and settling into a new country.
Yeah, that's right. So
I don't know if you have much time left to unwind.
Yes, well, I do. There are definitely things I enjoy outside of work, and I think it is very important to have interests outside of work. So I am a musician and I love music. So anything to do with music, I will just seek out. So if I am listening to live music or going to a performance of music, I sing. Like I sing in a choir. So I'm actually going to be looking for a new choir to sing in Boston. But when I'm performing music, that's the only thing that I'm thinking about at the time. So it's kind of like meditation, and
very healthy.
Yeah, it's really good. I love it.
So tell us any fun fact about yourself.
Yes. Well, I've always wanted to play the drums and never had a lesson.
Never had a lesson, but you didn't say I've never played.
Yeah,
so maybe you've
true.
Played without a lesson.
I have, yes. I do have a few different kinds of drums at home, and one of these days I think I'm going to get a drum kit and get a proper lesson.
Look forward to it. Maybe we'll record that next. Done.
Thanks, Marian.
Thanks, Olivia.